In this issue of Fashion Classics, we focus on the marquee names of American design. Donna Karen celebrates her 20th anniversary with a collection that returns to her roots.
Everyone asks me, can I have my 7 easy pieces again and all of that. And, having the 20-year anniversary, it felt so right to kind of put it together and just say, it's right for the time.
At Ralph Lauren, Autumn/Winter 2004 features a sexy take on his usual elegance.
It had definitely all the elements of the season, so I think he should be quite proud.
Luxury paired with a master sense of tailoring is the essence behind Chado, Ralph Rucci.
Goosebumps. It was total goosebumps.
Diane von Furstenberg's Amazons are draped in her signature glamour. And more next. Surrounded by celebrity friends and family, Donna Karen celebrated the 20th anniversary of her signature label.
I can't believe she's been in business for 20 years. That's the shocking thing that I just realized when I sat down and looked at the program. I forgot about that.
It's been almost 2 decades since Donna Karen introduced her modern system of dressing, built around essential trademark items. This concept, based on what she originally referred to as 7 easy pieces, was initially developed because of Donna's desire to make women's lives easier. She started with a bodysuit, and Karen returns to it 20 years later.
Everyone asks me, can I have my 7 easy pieces again and all of that. And, having the 20-year anniversary, it felt so right to kind of put it together and just say, it's right for the time. But then when I look back, I said, I do this every season. It didn't really feel like I was doing anything very different except focusing on it and saying, this is the House of Donna Karen and the staples of who we are and what we stand for.
She cuts, the clothes on herself, so she knows what women's weak points are and strong points.
We've been working together for a number of years now, and she really always comes through with something that not only fits perfectly as soon as I put it on, but is so comfortable and strong looking and graceful, and so I think she's incredibly talented.
She really appreciates the female body, and she loves the female body, and she doesn't like to hide the female body, but she doesn't flaunt the female body. She just follows it and follows the form, and the clothes work around that.
For me, it's always about the body, how the body moves, the liquidity of the body. So clothing the body and draping the body, a woman is a goddess. And if she's in touch with her body, all I do is to find out different ways for her to uncover and cover different aspects of her body, and in a very luxurious way. It's a passion that I have that, to me, there's nothing more beautiful than what God creates in nature. And I go into nature and I just pick up that red and that gold and that green, and I just love it.
No matter what she does, it's always a part of who she is. It's always a special, her personal style, her personal energy, her lifestyle. She's like a magnet in fashion, and she's carried that on for years.
It was the most beautiful collection she could have possibly done.
If somebody appreciates it and puts it on, it's my way of touching people. It's a very personal thing that I like to do, and then I like to see addressing people and their needs and their desires. I think that's what I need to do in life.
I love women. I used to design for the woman I wanted to become when I was very young. Then I became that woman, and now I design for the woman I used to be.
Women around the world look to designer Diane von Furstenberg to add a sense of feminine sensuality to their wardrobes. This season, in her collection entitled Glamazon, von Furstenberg found inspiration in the jungles of the Amazon.
Glamazon is an Amazon that is glamorous. And what is an Amazon? An Amazon is a woman warrior. Except that when women are warrior, it's not about destroying, it's about building. And so it's glorifying that, it's glorifying the strength in women. And but when you deal with the strength in women, it's also about their beauty, and it's also about their compassion and their kindness.
To match the feeling, the beauty team created a strong look.
Diane has a theme this year about Amazon. It's all about the Amazonian girl. So we want to make sure, obviously, that to have a little bit of fun with it. And it's really about a girl that is still, full of life, sexy, sophisticated, but, with the Amazonian theme.
For this season, the look really is the woman warrior, is what we're going for. And to do that, what we've done is create a very colorful look. It's almost as though a woman has smudged it onto her eyes, as you can see here. Everything is cream-based. It's very loose, it's very sexy, it's very powerful, and very modern at the same time. So I think we've done a really wonderful job this year of coming up with something that's very unique. It speaks to the clothes, and it really speaks to the type of woman that Diana looks to wear and purchase her products.
The prints and shapes, well, we have a lot of wraps, but it's really about layering. A lot of chiffon, a lot of jerseys, and combination of chiffon jerseys and suits, and so sometimes it's hard, and then it does have a softness coming out. So it's always like a little wing. The hardest thing is to edit for a fashion show, because you have to create like 60 looks out of 800 things. So you can go any direction, and that I find very hard. All women inspire me. Everyone in the office here is very, very young, and they all inspire me, and I inspire them, and it's just an ongoing thing.
It is hard to believe that after 35 years in the business, Ralph Lauren is still at the top of his game. Lauren seamlessly took his enduring trademarks, expert tailoring, luxury fabrics, clean lines, and invigorated them for the winter season.
I just thought it was very Ralph. It was very clean and sophisticated and pure. I loved the very sort of thoroughly modern Millie suits. A full skirt is kind of hard for most women to wear, but I love the way that he executed them, and beautiful tweeds and very textured fabrics.
I really love the full skirts with the knit jackets. I thought that was very chic, very new look. It was a very strong show for Ralph. I mean, true to Ralph in that a lot of it emphasized sort of traditional tailoring but also refreshingly feminine. So it's a boucle coat, a trench coat with a matching full skirt, which I thought both referred to that Mona Lisa smile thing that we're all supposed to be caught up in. I think of Junior Watanabe's take on Chanel. I think of a lot of other areas where that use of texture and a rethinking of a suit seemed very fresh and attractive. I like the monochromatic beginning, the camel. I think it made very strong, elegant statements, very true to his customer, and yet, I don't know, really somehow retro-modern.
The red color, he surprised you with that bright red crimson, and I think that that's a color that everyone will want because it looks so fabulous with gray and black. Collection was very Ralph in that sense, very tailored and beautifully traditional and classic, but it had definitely all the elements of this season. So I think he should be quite proud.
Longtime friend and mentor to Bill Blass, Michael Volbrecht has picked up the reins of the house and added his own drama for fall 2004.
A little stronger makeup for theatrics. We're going to do a little more theatrics here. I'm a theatrical person.
Decadent and heated up and chocolate brown and bronze and gold, like every earth tone mixed together, like broad strokes across the whole eye, kind of like Eyes of Laura Mars. It's kind of over the top, decadent female.
The makeup may have had a decadent edge, but with nearly 80 outfits, Volbrecht didn't stray too far from the legendary house's elegant appeal.
Nothing new. Same, elegant, hopefully beautiful, simple clothes that hope that Mr. Blass would approve of.
The vastness of the collection did not prevent Volbrecht from having a favorite piece.
A luxury coat, embroidered, and it reflects really what I like to see a woman wear, and especially for evening. Karen Bjornsson, I would say, is the person that inspires me most as a woman. She's a muse because she has worked with the best designers ever. And so in fittings that we really work together, and she can go both young and mature in what we have to achieve for our customer balance.
At this point, it's such a thrill to see all the models wearing the clothes that we've been working on. This has been a wonderful collection. I think it's so glamorous. The clothes are beautiful. I think there are a lot of red carpet evening gowns.
They're just beautiful long clothes, evening clothes. And then again, I have to do movie star clothes because, again, that helps sell the business, and that helps help. Bill Blass is a $600 million business with all these licensees, and people now know that brand. I'm a business. I'm in a business. You talk about all this stuff. This is a business, and you can't kid yourself. It's a tough business.
Regardless of the many corporate demands, Volbrecht never lost sight of the magnitude of the Bill Blass label.
I have to honor that name. I mean, I can play, but I have to keep it within a customer. That's what this house needs. You know your customer. First thing you learn, know your customer. Betsy Johnson, who I adore and I think is one of the greatest designers in America, her customer is not my customer. Oscar De La Renta's customer is my customer. I just sell dresses, and I hope they sell. That's all I do in the world. I'm trying to make women pretty. I'm not inspired by anything but just life in general.
The beauty look at Vera Wang was a reflection of Wang's own design aesthetic.
Today at Vera Wang we're doing very straight, sleek hair. I was inspired by the clothes in the way that Vera drapes panels of fabric on the dresses. So we're going to drape panels of hair along the back of the head.
Vera's done this amazing collection of just the most beautiful colours, and this kind of like muted mother of pearl shell colours. Basically, we wanted to emulate that in the makeup.
It is Vera Wang's artistic hand that is so inspirational. The intricacy of Wang's winter collection did not take away from its effortless beauty.
It's a very, very complex collection with many elements, but I think they all came together, linked, as you say, tremendously by the palette of colors, but also I think a certain overall style, that there was a nonchalance and an ease. So I think that's how people wear clothes. You know, whether they're from Target or they're from me, it's about a kind of comfort in the clothes, and I think that was also very important to me. I had this concept of doing clothes that were very light, that women could wear indoors and feel kind of comfortable and sensual in, and yet to have the structure of these little jackets and coats that I created that were interlined with leather and double-faced wool, so they have a little stiffness. And I just thought the counterbalance between the two looked very new. I like to really mix it up for evening because I'm known for evening, and I like to think that every dress has its own personality and its own details and its own character, and I sort of see them as different women. We love sensual rather than outwardly sexy. It's more about subtlety for us.
I loved the evening wear at Vera Wang and her day wear. I thought she had a real breakthrough with this collection.
It's about the beauty of each innate piece, and that's what I was trying to create for this show.
Vera's wish to give her fans more affordable designs became reality in 2006 with the introduction of Lavender and Very Vera. And in 2007, she added Simply Vera.
I would really like to be able to make more of my clothes, to make them more affordable for more people. I think I would love to do that. I mean, they are very expensive. They are, in the truest sense, collection clothing. But I would love to be able to bring my aesthetic, which I think is of a very modern but a bit existential and a bit artistic type of woman. I'd like to be able to bring that to maybe more customers and more clients out there. So it'd be nice to be able to reach more people.
Always elegantly cool, the Tula label is one that can be found in many socialites' closets. Bryan Bradley, designer behind the Tula line, always has a particular woman in mind.
It's a particular woman, but it's a lot of women. It's not just sort of a single muse. I always like to call it they're my muses, and they're also my friends. So as she changes, we change. And I think that she's not interested in being a lady right now. I think she's more interested in being, like a funny, fun-loving girl.
For autumn 2004, Bradley's Tula Girl was still ladylike, but with a bit of an edge.
It was a little bit rougher than it usually is. I think the finish and the polish seemed a little dated for me, so I just sort of let things be a little looser and a little more free and rough, I guess. I changed my outfit because I thought if I'm encouraging all these women to mix it up, I can't be wearing a suit, because usually I would be wearing a suit.
While the clothes asserted a bit of roughness, backstage, the look being created focused on softness. Hair was curled up and makeup was light and delicate.
The look that we've done is based on the clothes more than anything. The clothes have all got soft greys in them and pastels. And the clothes are beautiful, so the makeup had to really represent the clothes and how the Tula girl would wear them. So we've done a soft grey eye, a little bit smoky, a pale pink cheek and a pale pink lip.
Tweed is my favorite fabric, so I always start with that, and everything sort of comes from that.
I thought the Tula show was beautiful. Some of those tweed jackets and the treatment of fur.
It's an evolution for me, not a revolution. So it always comes from last season anyway, and it's sort of what do you do that's new that keeps you interested. It's great, it's fantastic, it's really fun. The business is actually doing really well, and I have a lot of people there to help me now. So I think I owe the success of that collection really to a lot of people working hard.
Ralph Rucci's winter ready-to-wear collection was a breathtaking evolution of his couture line.
We just showed couture in Paris 3 weeks ago. we ran home and made this. I start off where I leave couture, and almost as if I plant the seeds there. So my work is always about a natural progression of our existing themes of cut, technique, make, and I suppose the evolution of certain fabrications. The cut of the clothes are based on the interior structure of muscle tissue and the sternum, vertebrae, and the rib cage. It's a double-faced wool gown, and then it's all hand-cut and braided to look like muscle tissue. And the shape of it is just a very long slink.
He does open work cutouts on some of the clothes that are so perfectly conceived and put in the exact spot where they should be. It was just so thrilling. It makes you very proud to be a member, I'm going to cry, of an industry that with someone like that.
The clients sort of expect me to challenge them visually, and then there are people that are just becoming familiar with the clothes that are seduced, and it's very inspiring when I hear what they like and how they choose to wear it. There is leather embroidery on daytime suits and coats that are based on hieroglyphic, the small imagery and script of hieroglyphic. This is a guinea hen feathered jacket that's being shown with Prince of Wales cashmere trousers and a chiffon blouse, a whole juxtaposition of menswear gone mad. I always love to use crisp fabrics in a sculptural manner, but not to overpower a woman, but just to create beautiful shape, which I think is so seductive for people watching and looking at it, to be inspired by sculpture in a certain way.
Goosebumps. It was total goosebumps. Each piece was so spectacular and so perfect. He really loves his craft, and I think that's what he's about. He's a craftsman and a great designer.
That's why my label is called Chado. It's about a cumulative effort of perfection.
It was one of those totally life-altering shows. I mean, it was glorious. A real homage to dressmaking, to fine tailoring, to creative ideas that are also wearable. He really is a master, and everyone just automatically rose to their feet.